Good morning. This is our kickoff to our only episode of 91st Street Live. We hope you're ready to meet some of the wonderful people of Tulsa Tech Riverside, but I don't want to spoil too much just yet. Stay right in your seats because you're watching 91st Street Live. Good morning and welcome to 91st Street Live. We're your hosts,
Jonathan,
Rihanna,
and Lucas.
Did you know? Tulsa Tech's Riverside campus first opened in 1999 and was originally only for aviation, but as the campus grew, we started welcoming creative classes such as arts and IT, as well as medical classes like health science. Now, we are a hodgepodge of all different types of people. That said, we're going to start by diving into our internet and technology programs, seeing how IT networking and mobile app students prepare themselves for the workforce.
My name is Eli Stafford.
It's Connor Davenport.
Julie Ballou. IT networking is a program that allows students to learn how to build networks and ensure that communications across the cloud are efficient and effective. We use all kinds of different teaching methods. One of them is students do presentations. We use games a lot. We draw on big boards of paper. And then, of course, we have the software packet tracer that we use, and then the hardware.
So typically on a day we'll come into class and Miss Ballou, our teacher, will give a lecture. That'll take about 30 minutes to an hour, and then we will head into the lab. We will sit at our desks, either do packet tracers, which are kind of these virtual representations of routers and switches we'll configure to the assignment's requirements, or my favorite portion, which is the actual labs, where you hook into real routers and switches on the racks and typically work with a team to figure out some kind of issue.
I'd say my end goal is certainly going to be the career pursuits and such. The CCNA, which is the Cisco Certified Network Associate exam, is the main item we're going to be putting on our resume and using for the career pursuits that we want to take after this class. And so, in addition to that, I'm also very happy to be doing all the networking as well.
I'd say my favorite thing about coming to Tech, while I love learning here, it's probably all the wonderful people I get to meet.
Absolutely the networking and the friends I've made here. I think that's certainly the greatest blessing of coming here.
Seeing the students succeed and watching them grow and break out of their shells, that's the best part.
Sticking to IT, we have the computer repair class. This class is offered to both high school and adult students, so there's plenty of opportunity to learn no matter your age. This class is all about knowing the ins and outs of a computer, wiring cables, troubleshooting hardwares and softwares to ensure the utmost best performance.
Similarly, Enterprise Network Technologies is a 5-month class where our students learn all about routers, switches, and firewalls. And once they're confident enough in their abilities, the students are offered the chance to take the CCNA test, aka the Cisco Certified Network Associate test. This validates your knowledge of Cisco and other technologies.
Now we're going to switch things up a bit. I have with me Caden Whitney, one of our mobile app students. Welcome, Caden.
It's a pleasure to be here.
So, tell me, Caden, what's your favorite thing about what you do?
My favorite thing about what I do is making mobile apps with all these different students, different backgrounds, and possibly changing the world.
And more specifically, what is it that you do here exactly?
What I do here exactly, I make mobile apps for Apple, Android, just make apps for phones, tablets, and all that.
And from there, what's your end goal?
My end goal is to eventually make a website or an app for the family tree business that I own.
Very nice. And has there ever been a difficult moment that you'd like to share with us?
Definitely a difficult moment was building some apps, and the teacher, whenever we have bugs, he doesn't even know how to fix it. So it's definitely just figuring it out on my own has definitely been a struggle.
Well, on that note, what's your favorite thing about coming to tech?
My favorite thing about coming to tech is just experiencing making these apps with all these different students who have different backgrounds and, again, possibly changing the world.
And what aspect of app development are you most passionate about?
Definitely an aspect is just definitely communicating, seeing what goes on in people's minds about making these apps and what they want to do with them.
All right. Well, I think that's all the time we have for you today. Thank you so much for joining us, Caden.
It's a pleasure.
After this break, we'll jump into our creative cluster. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Bixby Tournament of Bands, the fiercest marching competition in the state. With 17 bands, 14 finalists, and only one grand champion.
It's time. The Tulsa State Fair is here with awesome rides, really cool shirts, seals, delicious food, fun carnival games, cool prizes, a petting zoo, engaging concerts, and a Ferris wheel. At the Tulsa State Fair, there's fun for everyone. It's 11 days of awesome.
Have you ever wondered how creatives get their ideas? We've spoken with our artistic classes here at Tulsa Tech, and they emphasize the importance to never stop improving, and how creatives build stories with their words, songs, art, and more. Let's dive into our creative cluster.
We talk a lot about how our music and products will be used, listened to commercially or personally.
Sound engineering tackles, well, you guessed it, sound. They work with Pro Tools and move forward out of the class to go to roles in live sound, movie editing, and producing their own podcast or music. The students say the first semester is primarily learning your way around the software, and then the second semester is where all the fun begins. They do all sorts of unique music and video projects based on each person's own desire to learn. Speaking of which, I'm sure we'll find loads of original art projects in our next video on graphic design. Let's take a look.
Over the years, I decided I enjoyed being with young creative people, and so I felt like education was kind of a good step in my career. I've been a graphic designer for 40 years by that time, and I was just maybe looking for something a little bit different. It's just kind of the trading of ideas, helping them solve problems. Graphic designers ultimately are problem solvers, so just helping them. We encourage creativity and some self-expression. This is not an art class per se. Like I said, graphic designers are problem solvers. So we are trying to fulfill our client's vision, not necessarily our own. Try to have every student complete the program with a portfolio that is full of professional-looking work they can show to professionals in the industry or freelance clients.
Multimedia design is a course where students get to experience a wide range of software that each offer a new skill and techniques to master. The students dip their hand in Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator, Animate, and Premiere Pro. as well as many others. The class also gets the chance to receive certifications for Photoshop and Illustrator by the end of the year. We spoke with one of their students, Asher Loyakano, and he mentioned several projects including logos, shirts, posters, photography, and animation. And they even made their own brands. In Asher's words, multimedia offers something for everyone. He also produced his own video, PSA, and brought home the silver in BPA's public service announcement competition. Let's check it out.
Are you okay?
Our first-year animation class teaches the fundamentals of imagination and animation through several projects and softwares, such as Adobe After Effects, Photoshop, Illustrator, and Blender. The students find themselves surrounded by like-minded creatives, and it inspires them to strive to be better and reach the level of their peers. Here's something interesting. When asked if you could bring any inanimate object to life through animation, what would it be and what would that story tell? We get a look into the mind of one of these students.
Maybe light. It's so vast, and I feel like there's so many different stories it could tell, and each person has like a different connection with it, I think.
The students believe that the class gives them the opportunity to keep improving, no matter what. What a great thing to strive for.
Hey, now it's to us. I may be biased, but this is my favorite part of the show. TV production is a 2-year program where we learn all about how to work a camera, set up lighting, and make videos. We have so many projects, like when we went to the Gathering Place and filmed, or
at the very beginning of the year with the Riverside project.
And of course, you're here with us for one of our largest projects yet, 91st Street Live. We are so happy you have joined us for our show, and we will continue with aviation and health science right after this break.
In the sunlight, our dangers knocking at our door.
Joy, love, peace, patience, and kindness. These are the things the choir company promotes.
The ticking of the clock sounds like impending doom. Artificial minds, they're learning every move we make. Calculating.
Come see the Vintage Car Show to find all kinds of vehicles from the past with fellow vintage car fans. So what are you waiting for? Come on down to the Sand Springs Saturday Night Cruise and Chill.
The rink is electric, the player's unstoppable. The ice is cold. The battle begins now.
In drag racing, you're just waiting for those lights to drop. And that's when the fun begins. Your blood is racing, your car is roaring, and the person behind you is in the dust. The Edelbrock 666 event is hosted by Sick to Mag.
Welcome back. We're going to jump right back in and introduce you to some of our aviation instructors. Attune your ears to the tales of how these teachers help their students turn their hobbies into careers.
We like to be as interactive as we can and cover as much information as we can.
Ryan Schroeder is a new instructor here at Tulsa Tech. He teaches aviation and has been working for about 5 months now. He likes to tackle a little bit of everything in his class and has always taken an interest in airplanes and aviation, and he wishes to share that interest with his students. He wants his students to know that aviation can be a very rewarding career if you put yourself into it and practice it with honesty and integrity. Have you ever been interested in flying? Well, Private Pilot can help you earn your wings. And no, I don't mean feathers. In Private Pilot, you could work on all sorts of simulations, science projects, and experiments. Students are encouraged to find their own answers to questions so they can be well prepared in the future. Piloting is such an adaptive skill and takes a good deal of knowledge in both math and science. But if you're willing to work hard and find your own solutions, you can travel far.
Now we're moving on to our interactive segment where I get to meet with some of our students live on the set. Joining me now is health science student Alexis Giles. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
All right. We do have a different set than what I'm sure you're used to. And as Alexis and I are talking, we're going to be playing a game of Operation. Get it? Operation Health Science. Anyways, let's jump right in. What are some of the things that you learn in class?
In class, we learn about bed making, patient care, medical terminology, infection control, and just a whole bunch of other things dealing with patients.
Very nice. And what are some of your aspirations after tech?
I hope that after tech, I get to go work at a hospital as a nurse, and then from there become a traveling nurse and make money and help a whole bunch of people.
And why did you want to be in health science?
So I can get to my goal of being a traveling nurse and make a difference in that.
And what about your favorite lab you worked on in class?
I would say my favorite lab is the sutures. We get to make the sutures and then we get to remove them as well. And that was a really fun lab.
And what exactly are sutures?
They're the stitches and just to close open wounds.
Very nice. And what about an average day in class?
An average day in class, we would either be working on all of our books and learning new words, or we would be doing labs.
All right. Well, I think that's all the time we have for you today. Thank you for joining us, Alexis.
Thank you.
All right. Next, we'll take a walk around our campus and learn a bit about campus culture. Don't go anywhere.
Everybody can use some help. Skills USA offers you the opportunity to develop workplace, technical, and personal skills. At Oklahoma Career Tech, classes align with you. Be work ready.
We aren't just a park. We're more than just a community. We never stop. We never stop winning.
At Rogers Equipment Service, we've been your trusted partner for top-notch equipment repairs and maintenance. From heavy machinery to farm equipment, we keep your tools and machines running at their best. With skilled technicians and dependable service, we're here to support your work every step of the way. Rogers Equipment Service. Keep your equipment running.
Step into the skies at the Tulsa Air and Space Museum, where history and innovation take flight. Explore a world of aviation and space exploration with our one-of-a-kind collection of rare aircraft and spacecraft. Whether you're a history buff, aviation enthusiast, or simply curious, there's something for everyone. Visit us today, right next to the Tulsa International Airport. The Tulsa Air and Space Museum, honoring the past and inspiring the future.
Tulsa Tech Riverside is a very diverse campus with all sorts of students. With that comes its own culture that we want to explore. Let's go find out what Riverside campus is all about.
Where passion meets purpose and students build bright futures. One hands-on experience at a time. Here at Riverside, it's more than just career training. It's a culture, a community, a place where students from all over Tulsa come together to level up their skills and make the most out of every opportunity. Whether you're behind the camera, in the lab, or a production studio, Tulsa Tech is where you could hone in your future, focus, and start a career. And when it comes to real-world experience, we don't just talk about it, we live it. MRO aviation students challenge themselves to ensure the safety of our future while paving the way for a successful career path. Through Skills USA, students go head-to-head in competitions that sharpen their skills and build leadership that lasts a lifetime. In BPA, or Business Professionals of America, our future entrepreneurs and innovators compete, connect, and grow in ways that go far beyond the classroom. Through HOSA, Future Health Professional, our health science students get hands-on training and leadership experience that prepares them to be tomorrow's medical heroes. From Skills USA to BPA to HOSA and everything in between, this is Tulsa Tech Riverside.
Don't go just yet. Now we like to recognize all the students who placed in their CTSO state competitions. Here at Riverside, we have 3 different organizations: BPA, HOSA, and Skills USA. We want to give a shout out to the students who competed in HOSA as well as all those who placed in their state competitions in BPA and Skills USA. The competition was tough, but we have several students here at Tulsa Tech who made it into the big leagues and will be competing in nationals in their respective career tech organizations. Congratulations to all of these wonderful students. We're so proud of you.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. It has been so amazing talking about health science and mobile app development.
Aviation and CTSO.
Oh yeah, and definitely walking around campus and seeing all of our creatives that we have here. We've been your hosts,
Jonathan,
Rihanna,
and Lucas. Thank you for joining us on 91st Street Live.